Hey yo, it's your boy Kaliko. How you doing, Dark and Shroud? And to the other 5 people in the room that he waved to, I can't really see how many people are in the room right now. I would have to open my phone to do that. There's a few things I really don't like about this streaming setup, yet there's a few things I really do like about this streaming setup. All in all, though, the one thing I hate is that there's no commercials in it. To tell you the truth, guys, I don't make any money off of these live streams, and no matter what settings I click, it never puts any commercials in it. Which, in all honesty, is a better viewing experience for you guys. Yet on the monetization end, can sort of suck for me a little bit. You know, when we do a bunch of live streams like this. At the same time, you know, if I put the time in to cut the stones and edit the videos, then they would be a little bit more watchable. At the same time, like they would be watchable on like a typical social level. Yet at the same time, people really wouldn't understand what kind of work goes into this because I didn't understand in the beginning. Most people don't understand, and most people don't have the patience. So I've got a little bit of stuff set up a little bit better. None of the stuff on the screen is clickable. I haven't figured out how to make any of the links, and I went to do some lower thirds, and that was taking a bunch of time. If you know what those are, so I bypassed that, and I'm just going to get straight into the opal and not spend a bunch of time on other stuff. Tell you the truth. So what we have right here, this is a piece of vertebrae, I believe, is what it is expected to be. I can't remember if it's a fish or if it's a dinosaur. I generally purchased it because it's a colorful opal. I wish I could change the contrast, but I don't have the ability to change the contrast and make it a little bit dimmer. The best I could do is like maybe turn some light away or something that might help some of the colors show up a little bit better, not wash it out quite so much. But this actually has great red bar in it that you guys are really not seeing right across there. And this stuff was sent to me. These 3 white pieces were sent to me from the person I buy opal from because this piece has a whole bunch of fractures and breaks in it. Go ahead and just zoom in a little bit. It's a little bit slow, but there we go. So you can see it has a whole bunch of crazing breaks and fractures in it. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can grind through all those. This back side is the semi-black side. I'm going to flatten that out a little bit, but the color bar is really fantastic. So even if it ends up not being really jewelry grade piece, which we expect it not to be, it's still going to be a pretty piece to look at. And because of that, they sent me these 3 pieces. This is one of the pieces. So you can see the color right there. And this is another one of the pieces. You can see the color. There's color in it. It's definitely white. But it is Australian, and they are 3 large pieces. There you can see the color in all those. And I have some crystal opal that I bought at the same time. This is one side of the crystal opal, which it's impossible to not see the color running through that one. Definitely crystal. And this is the other piece that was on that little piece of crystal opal. So this is what we got to work with, and Darkin thinks I should take some time and not get started on anything yet and let some more people join in the room. Whoops, I just hit the wrong button. Wrong button again. Let some more people join in the room, but I'm not really worried about that right now. I got so much opal to get cutting on. I'm just going to go ahead and move my camera angle a little bit. There we go. It's not exactly straight, but you know, for what I'm doing, it's pretty good, I think. So I'm going to start on some of these white pieces. I'm going to leave the one that's showing the most red on top for last out of the white pieces. I'm going to start with this one that's seeming sort of hazy and has a lot of major white on it. Major white, I meant to say matrix. Matrix was the word I was looking for. I appreciate the 6 people that are in here. I'm not worried about waiting for anybody. You know, people are going to show up, and I usually don't get near as much done in a live stream as I would like to anyways. So on that note of not typically getting as much done as I would like to, I'll just go ahead and get to work, and they can get here for the best parts, which I assume will be the opal that's not super duper white. I don't know what you mean by that, not that usual black opal direct stuff. I don't understand that statement. Should go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. It's a little bit better. Still a little bit too bright. Let me tilt that away. See if that brings out what I can see in the color. See if you can see the color I can see a little bit better like that. Play with the lighting here for a second. I wonder. I just turned off the main overhead to see if that affects anything. Yeah, that makes it wash out even worse, actually. I think I should turn that overhead back on. Hey, Allie. Hey, Scott. How y'all doing? Yeah, I need to turn that overhead back on. All right, anyways. Well, for what I can see, the main color bar seems to be running on this side more than on the other side. So let's go ahead and flatten the other side out a little bit. Appreciate that. It's too dim for me though. My head's in the way. I can't see what's going on enough like that. Appreciate the comment on the picture. Thank you. How you doing, Tom? I wish I could show you the color bar I'm seeing, and it's not showing you guys the color bar the way it's showing me the color bar. It's definitely on this other side on top. Oh, I didn't realize that was off shot when I moved it right there, and I'm almost done with that. Here we go. You might not be able to rewind Resort Dog because of the live stream. It might be the type of live stream it is too, because it's going through this program I have instead of going through YouTube through either their program or a phone. Tell you what, that 220 is just taking this stone away way too fast. Very well might be Cooper PD. I don't remember where the tag was that came on it originally. It's very, very white. Horrible making cabochons, by the way. So I'm definitely not going for a finished piece. Get my face out of the way. This was a gift for a stone that I purchased that didn't turn out, which I'll put that stone on the wheel next. But with all the crazing that was in it when I put it on a Dremel, we all assumed it was not going to turn out, and then they sent me 3 of these white stones. They're rather large at the same time. They're extremely white, and how the color will play off the top of them once the bar is is actually exposed is anybody's guess. That help? No, it doesn't help. Oh, let it roll on me there a little bit. Again. Sorry about that. Don't mean to keep sticking my head in the way. Focus, camera. There we go. This has been here for a while, but this also came from pretty reputable Australian source. It's definitely not the Ethiopian I have, which the Ethiopian I have has a play of color that is much, much better than this, but stability, it's not near as hard. I mean, you can definitely feel it when you're working it, that this stuff has a nice little hardness to it. Try to get through that top layer that you guys can't see. There you go. Now you can see it. The color's right underneath there. Very confetti. Yellow gold looking. I could have kept going. It's thick enough. I could have kept going with just the 325. Or not, it's not a 325 though. It's a 220. It's leaving such big nicks in it that oh man, I need to come out there and we need to just make some videos. Oh yeah? Where'd you hit that at? Was it on your claims or was that on one of the other pay sites? Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. So white, and I have ground through almost all of the clear, or not the clear, of the matrix. Oh, I might be out of water. Nope, not out of water yet. I've ground through about all the matrix. Yet I thought for sure this was going to dome out, and it looks like it might not actually have enough of a bend in the color to give me a dome. It might have to be flat. It really didn't look like that from the stone I started with, but the stone it's looking like right now, that's exactly what it's looking like. I've got nice confetti color on both ends. You guys can't barely see it. It's too washed out white. This top area right here still a bit patchy. Thought he said Cooper Petey. Maybe he said potch and color. Oops. Yeah, no, Resort Dog has been in the middle of a feud that has been going on since before he... Well, I don't know about that statement I was about to make. It's been going on for a long time, and he's definitely in the middle of it. Tell you what, it's getting so thin. The color is showing up in that area right there. But it's getting so thin, and this thing is so white that I want to move on to something else that gives more flash on the screen anyways. So they sent me those 3 pieces. That white one was one of them, because this piece has all this crazing in it right here. Pardon me while I take a drink real fast. Where is that at? So because this piece has a whole bunch of crazing in it. I have great color bars on the side. Dark color. Oh, I didn't realize I wasn't on screen anymore. Sorry about that, guys. Or just flicked the thing against the wheel like a card. Yeah. It could be a small little gemstone with maybe no crazing, this one edge right here. It could be. I'm done playing with that one for the second two though. So that's two I'm done playing with. Let's look at something absolutely pretty. There's no way it can't be. Then I go and drop it. I just cut my fingernails, and cutting my fingernails did not help me hold stones that are this small. Having fingernails does definitely help you hold stones that are this small. You also run them into the blades, though. I'll make a nice stone. Big enough to be a ring for sure. Oop, banged my finger there for a second. This one definitely needs to be dopped. Yet it's also a guaranteed gemstone, the first guaranteed gemstone that I've worked on tonight. The other two are not guaranteed gemstones, even after being rubbed. One of them's like guaranteed commercial grade. Totally grinding away my thumbnail. So you can leave all that crap on the back with the Australian stones. I guess that should have been the back, huh? I was trying to make that the... I was trying to make this the top, but I guess that should be the back by looking at that. He's probably right. Let's go ahead and flatten it out a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to keep rolling this one just a little bit more. I'm definitely not going to go trying to shape this one until I, not really shape it, at least until I put it on a dop stick or a nail or stick or super glue it to something for sure. I have got to change the contrast settings in this camera for shooting Opal live streams for sure. People object to 3 sand spots even if it does look like a happy face. Oh, they're going to come out for sure. No question for me that those 3 on that side are definitely going to come out. Oops. Having problems holding on to it. I want to go fix the white balance right now because this thing is really bright, really beautiful. Full saturation crystal opal for sure. Well, I guess I should have learned this trick earlier. Wow. Gosh. So when you get the bottom of it, it's either flat just right or cupped just right. It is basically just sticking to the edge of my finger, and I'm able to use the bottom of the curve coming my direction to keep moving the stone the way I want it to. Almost like a dop stick. It's pretty crazy the amount of control I feel like I had until I went over the edge there. I went over the edge and felt like the edge might have actually grabbed the face of the opal. It might have left a little divot there. One little sand spot left. So much for it sticking like that. Oh, it's definitely not hydrophane. I think it's also because I was just trying to rub the whole face down so it was sticking like that, because now that I'm trying to be precise, it will not stick like that at all for sure. And honestly, I don't even want to play with this one anymore until I dop it. Focus for me, camera. So yeah, I don't even want to play with this one anymore until I dop it because it's so bright. It's great. Focus, camera. Damn. I must have to clean my lens or something. So it's just got a very thin coat of clear white over top of all the sparkly that's right underneath, right where that little bit of red dot is right there. And the back is flat enough. I'm going to dop it, and that thing's ready to be cut into a beautiful gemstone. Nice size gemstone too. It's not a tiny one. Alright, I have no idea what to do except for maybe like change my lighting itself. That's about the only thing I know what to do, possibly. That's a little bit better. At least for you guys, a little bit better. You can see what's going on now. Oof. This is another one of those. I'm not sure if it's if there's even a color bar in this per se, if it's not just drifting through it. Hey, Modern Prospector. I'm not sure how things are going with me. How they going with you, buddy? Yeah, he might be right. These might be a carver. Flatten out that end. Yeah, I think I might agree with the Carver statement, because on one section, oh, it's my hair in the way. In one section, it looks like it's got a big, thick color bar. In another section, it looks like that color bar doesn't go very far at all. This whole thing about selling it in the rough, though. Selling the rough, let somebody else take the risk, right? Keep my damn hair out of the way. Oh, my head's in the way again. Sorry, guys. Yeah, my head's totally in the way. I might need to move this over to the side and then. Now, if I'm looking at it the same way, my head's probably not going to be in the way for you guys. To where I can look at the stone the way I want to, and definitely starting to get the color to show up on the broad section of the stone just by chasing it. Not worrying about if any of the... I mean, honestly, it looks like dendrites is what that looks like. It doesn't look like matrix. It looks like dendrites. No lice in my judgment, thanks. Wow, Vander's Garage. That sounds like a healthy investment of some good stuff. Black opal's a lot easier to see on the camera than this white opal is, that's for sure. And I'll figure out some way to adjust this. It's too bad you guys can't see the nice confetti pattern of color I have showing up in generally the whole top of this stone. I'm just basically shaping it up by chasing that color, trying to get it to expose, and it looks like you guys can see it a little bit. All right, well, I mean, it's got really great fire showing up, really great color showing up to my naked eye. Oh, I don't want to. Rinse it off real quick. Let the drippings from the top rinse it off. Yeah, you guys can see this full spectrum now. It's totally showing up. So it looks like the face is going to be sort of like that, lengthways. I'm not sure if those dendrites are going to stay all the way in it or get out of there. I don't really care, to tell you the truth, being that it's not really potch or matrix. I don't really care too much about that drift. Hey Margaret, yeah, I'm with you. No wasting opal. I think I'm gonna lay off here for a minute. I've got my general shape down. Go ahead and flatten the back out a little bit more on the 600, since the last time the back got hit was on that 280. Get some of the chips it took out of there, or 220 off of it. And then let it dry, dop it, and see if I can cut a nice stone off of it then. And might be able to get a nice little flat two-sided stone color out of this one by the looks of that side. I do not have a carpet underneath my machine. What I do have is carpet, and then on top of the carpet I have a piece of plywood that I traded my Lamborghini for. And on top of that I have some linoleum, so it's not super hard or anything. It's not concrete. I'm in a carpeted room, but it's linoleum directly underneath my machine with plywood on top of that, so that, you know, the carpet doesn't soak up any water I would make any mistakes on. And I mean, of course, since it's flat, the backside is showing up really great right now too. Gives me more hope in that great color bar on top. Oh, dropped it. Yeah, I'd wait to do anything buying lumber for a little while. And I'm not sure if mining the lumber is exactly, or I mean, logging the lumber is exactly the profitable thing right now. I'm not, there's a video I started to watch on who's making the money off of the lumber increases, but I didn't finish watching that video because the gentleman that was presenting the information was doing it in a horrible fashion that was just not interesting enough to me at all. And I thought I was going to put this one down, and then I just sort of have gone with it. And now I think I'm just going for a free-form cabochon of whatever color pops out from it at this point. I think that's what I'm going for. It's so close, I think it might be time for the other wheels. I mean, this edge is still sort of potchy. Whoops, this edge right here is still sort of potchy. Get these out of here real quick. Yeah, Justin will definitely give you opal fever with black opals direct. No No question. I mean, I've been watching Justin since before I started my channel. I've been watching Justin's videos since before he started doing really any sort of informational videos. It was more just little short videos about the opal they were going to have. Oh man, do you see that? I just ran the tip of it into the edge of the 600 hard wheel because I wasn't really paying attention good. Did it again. Being too careless, man. Can't believe I just did that twice. Ooh, that's looking pretty good on that face right there, though, man. That whole cross section is all lit up. Only this one little spot over here is really not lit up. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop on this one on the hard wheels. I think this one's ready for the soft wheels. It's definitely going to be a gemstone. I mean, it's going to be a white gemstone. It's got plenty of color in it. If I could change the contrast of the camera, you guys would definitely see it better. It's going to be really nice when it's done. And actually, all right, I'm going to set that down for a second. Give me 1 second, guys. I have got to go potty real fast. Be right back. Alrighty. I got 2 more opals here. I have 1 more chunky white one and 1 more crystal vertebrae fossil one that's like all green on one side and blue on another. So we're obviously going to leave the best for last. That's for sure. Oh, I probably shouldn't be doing that now that I look at my shirt. Should be scratching my nose at almost anything else. And I shouldn't be talking away from the mic either. So on to the last white opal. It's showing no color for you guys. For me, there's a super bright red spark right there. And then it was showing color when I looked at it previously. It's just not bright enough for me. I could see more if it's brighter. Yeah, to me the whole thing has big color bar in it, so I'm not sure if this is stud or dud. I should just go ahead and leave that up for a minute. Still doesn't really want to tell me which side is the good side. Yeah, this is not me teaching as if I'm a professor. This is you guys watching me learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this is. This is not me teaching so much as you guys are just observing my learning process. Yeah, this is the bottom. Heavily sure that's the bottom. You see how that 220 leaves chips in this. And I've got color starting to show. That's not a good sign. That sand pit over there. My one guy's like, conserve opal, conserve opal. Yeah, you're right. Could really use a 325 instead of a 220 right there. Oops. Oh, dang it. That's what happens when I go and use too much pressure and give it an odd angle all at the same time. Oopsie. So YouTube does not monetize any of my live streams while they're going. I don't know if it's, because it's me or because they're just not doing this for, most people that are in my situation doing live streams. Somebody else was telling me about how much they make on their Twitch stream with just like 30 or 40 viewers. And that I should stop doing live streams on YouTube and start live streaming on Twitch. That's the advice. Felix, get down. My cat is about to cause me a whole bunch of problems. He's sitting on top of my carving station looking up at the lights like they look like they'd be fun to play with. And he's pretty upset at me because I have not been letting him outside because we've been dealing with fleas in summertime. And Sheba has the worst dealing with it. She's apparently allergic to flea bites and stuff. Oh, this white's going to have a lot more red in it. You guys aren't seeing that. Oh, Felix, get, go on. Now he's trying to chew on cords and stuff. We do not allow that. Oh, chewing on cords. Now remember, I'm not trying to teach you how to make cabochons. I am barely better than a monkey who's been taught to make a cabochon, because I've never even really been taught. I read some stuff, watched a video here or there, and have, you know, messed around with it a little bit. Of course, anybody that makes cabs will be like, duh, look at your technique you don't have any of. But I tell you what, if I did all this in a time lapse, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't be able to tell if I was good or trash. This one is getting right there on the color scale. The shape is not quite as round as I want it to be. I really want this to be domed, and with the way the color bar appears to be running in this, it should totally be possible, no problem. I wish you guys could see the color that is popping up the way I can, but it's still like nice color in a white background. It's not like crystal color or anything like that, you know? Oh man, I keep rubbing the edge of my fingers on the sides of this wheel, and that's really not good for you. Yeah, this camera's not really picking up the color bars on the white opal very well at all. Definitely grinding off the ugly. I really think I'm at the point where I want to dop this thing though, so that I can put it on the soft wheels and really finish shaping out this rounded face. Starting to rock finally. Finally got it to where it's starting to rock with the face not being flat, and it's definitely going to have edge to edge color. Just wish it was the color of a crystal instead of the color of a super white background. So this I want to dop too. Nice large stone. Could be reshaped into a classic stone. Lots of confetti. Lots of red color you guys can't see. And now on to the coup de grace. The final one. I can turn the water down, it's awfully heavy. And this is a fossil. Supposed to be a vertebrae of a dinosaur, I believe. Might have been a fish, but I think he said it was dinosaur. And I really don't care. I'm just going to window this up, and then I'm probably going to trim that piece. I'm not even sure if I'm going to trim it. It's just such a thin sliver. But I might just trim that piece and then shape it up. No, this one was not belemite. Belemite is a cylinder cone. You want one just for carving. This would definitely be the one for carving. With that edge on it right there. Where the hell are these flies coming from? My door's not open yet. I have 2 flies that are dive bombing me. It's a horrible time of year for flies. Christmas ornament? I'm not so sure about. Yes, Florida. I'm not putting this stone in the Christmas ornament area. I really thought that confetti green was much more of the stone than it's turned out to be, that's for sure. And the sand spots that I saw in it, I didn't think they were as deep as they ended up being. It's definitely one of those stones too. And now I'm definitely going to go ahead and carve that and see what it looks like and see if I have to just chop it down into a tiny stone or not. But this did not turn out near as good as I was hoping it was going to. That is for sure. And 100%. Still get a rather nice small stone out of it. Right out of that center spot right there. But still not near as much green as I thought was going to be in it. This one I'm going to carve. These two I'm going to dop. This one I'm definitely going to dop too. Ouch. I just bashed my head on the camera. That was really genius. And I just cranked my neck a little bit. Check, check. Can you hear me now? Yep, it totally got muted because of bumping my head and the TV turning off and something along those lines. Totally why it got muted. It totally did. So anyways, I was talking about the opals and how one of these whites is turning out pretty good and this green is turning out pretty good. And I think D is calling to tell me that it's muted, but I already unmuted it. Right, D?
Okay, there you go.
All right, bye.
Bye.
But the other thing I had said was that for the price I paid for these with shipping from Australia, You know, let's really see when something sells. I mean, this thing is such a crystal opal right here too. It's so crystal. Uh, I don't know. Right now, looking at them, I feel like there's a little bit of profit in them, but I also, when I look at them and I think about these things, like I think about some fire agate, I'm so out of the loop at the moment, I don't know what anything's worth. So, at the very least, I know I should get my money out of them. But at the same time, when I'm looking at them right now, I think that I am not very good at buying opal. That's like Resort Dog says, the bottom line is trying to get a return. Yeah, that's the bottom line for like survival of a hobby is trying to get a return. For business, it's trying to get a proper profit. And right now, because of not being able to buy and sell things in the resale world, I need to turn this into business right now. I really do. I meant to get a bunch of stuff posted in my store today. I didn't get none of that shit posted today because I spent, half my day dealing with one customer. It was good though, they made a few purchases that end up being really good, and because of them, I found out that I had stuff that was listed in my store that had been sent to one of my viewers, which oddly enough, if I would have kept those two stones, I would have made $700 off of them today. But I didn't. But it's not a big deal because that viewer bought $1,500 worth of stuff at me at one point in time. So it's all gravy, and that other person was still a customer today. Found me through Etsy and bought some of my sunstones. And I pulled out another sunstone for my friends in Washington. And tomorrow, possibly early, I will turn on the cameras and dop these stones and finish them out. Although, yeah, this one white one right here is turning out to be pretty nice stone. The white opal does definitely not go for very much, I do not believe. But it's a big chunky rock, that's for sure. I don't think I got much room to complain. So, make a doublet out of the crystal. No, I don't want to fire agate backing opal. I'll use topaz or whatever somebody else uses, although the crystal is so thick, like it's a couple of millimeters thick. Should be able to get a dome on it, and it's a beautiful green blue. Wrong thing. It's a beautiful green blue. I don't think it should be doubleted, although if it is doubleted, the color definitely stands out more then. Really not sure. It's just under 4 millimeters thick. I mean, that makes me think I'm being a big ass baby about this right here too, because this is 8 millimeters thick. Yeah. Well, I am sleepy tired. I love y'all for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, I really appreciate it. I have got to start making some regular videos and pumping them out and not just doing live streams, because live streams don't make any money. YouTube does not monetize them. I have to go in there hours after I get done. When I hit the end of this stream, I'm not able to edit or put anything in the video until after it's done processing on YouTube, and that's going to be hours after I hit this button, so I'll be asleep by then. So yeah, buy some rocks. We're just like that thing says, give me that damn money. Just open your wallet and dump it out. Dump all of it into the basket as the ushers come around to the pews. So I love y'all for watching. I'll see you.